Hello, greetings. Let's see if I can complete in saying what I came here to say and properly say it. If I cannot complete even one sentence because of my condition, please understand and cooperate. It's a very volatile condition. They've put me in like nervous breakdown, getting angry. I tell myself it's the best thing not to say, not to answer back. In college, when I got a sense of well-being, patience, I was so feeling so grateful to God because that thing of not anymore going for reconciliation to my teacher who I adored from Karachi American School, and that I wanted to keep a low profile and just to be a good human being. That was my aim. But suddenly, in second, after 2.5 years, or in second year, I met the principal. My cousin took me to his colleague, his college colleague, and the principal's son. They were invited because the principal's son also went. They were in the same class. They went to the same medical college. After that, this volatile feeling came in, and I recorded it in my diary also. So please forgive me and overlook, because I really don't mean to attack. And the best thing to even kill a person is through silence, not to answer. Like they're unheard. If Army Nawabi says, I'm an idiot, or saying things like that. But I cannot listen to myself. I cannot listen to the rational part. The best thing to do to kill someone is to ignore them and take care of yourself. So with silence you can just, they're not heard. Okay, so this is like distance mind control. Before also in childhood, everything, they tried first to attack my mother. The first thing you do to destroy a family is to attack the mother. My mother suffered through and through with me, and I suffered seeing her like that. So I suspect also Kashmiri Muslims, because since a long time, this Kashmiri furniture man, Ahmad, came with Atiq. And Atiq and someone I know started to go out, and she would take me with her. So what I saw I didn't like, and I used to say that I don't want to go with this person. The same thing, a reminder that Dr. Farouk Ahmad and Ahmad, Happy Homes Furniture Man, in Karachi, they had at Tariq Road opposite, I think, Spencer. No, sorry, not Spencer. That kebab and all that we used to get, or next to that Chinese restaurant on Tariq Road. Silver Spoon. Thank God I remembered. Okay, so this thing has been going on in my life. It's taken a toll on me, my mother's health. Then they attacked me with a lot of spirits and a lot of negative things. If you're an atheist, you would at least know that there are some negative people. I don't know how to explain it to atheists about the evil eye, ill will, how we are connected and it gets to us. At least that much. Maybe they will understand. Like physical threats and psychological threats and torture. They even tried to molest me and Recently, this guy has grown up, Tariq Masood. I don't know how they got to do things to me. Maybe. So when in 1983, 82, Dr. Todd had come, she transferred me later on. She was going to America or something. So she transferred me to Dr. Eva Hassan, who was working under Dr. Farooq Ahmad in the Institute of Clinical Psychology. That was too in PECHS near Tariq Road. And I went to this doctor. Later on, Dr. Farooq Ahmad, the head of the Institute of Clinical Psychology, said she wanted to see me, told Dr. Eva Hassan. And at that time, in 1985, Dr. Eva Hassan was not yet a doctor. She was doing her PhD there. So I used to call her Mrs. Eva Hassan. Sometimes if that comes out, please understand, I used to call her Mrs. Eva Hassan. I think I asked her what to call her. She said, I'm Mrs. Eva Hassan. This is how she introduced herself to me in 1985. But now she's, of course, she long time ago has become a doctor. And I don't know whether she's alive or passed away. I'm out of touch with her. So anyways, this doctor, the Dr. Farooq Ahmad was a Punjabi Kashmiri. And there was another doctor that she used to, she wouldn't even smile or anything. Zeenat Ismail. So you know that Atiq back to 1970s when before going to London, my aunt was there and her mother, my grandmother was there. So this Atiq reminds me, this Zeenat Ismail later on, is this ISI, someone after us, I don't know. So I got it from my father's family. Not that my mother didn't punish me for because she's like that. We punish our own people. We don't punish the outsiders. Like a little far away, she used to say that they mentally tortured her. You know, now covert narcissists have come out. So maybe some people didn't understand why my mother could not live with them. So Prophet Muhammad came in my mother's dream and said that, do you want these people to go to Dubai and all this? Then you do this. Then he had told her, and then they went to Dubai, said for good. So this Ahmad Kashmiri of Happy Homes and Atiq, I can relate to connect with Dr. Farooq Ahmad, the Kashmiri, also Punjabi, and Zeenat Ismail. Later on, they came to my college, St. Joseph's College, to give lectures. One came for the debate, and she wouldn't even smile at me. She was like a covert narcissist, looking at me, and quite proud of herself that she's now here in St. Joseph's College. But thank God the principal, I don't even care if they think they are God knows who. But the principal had made me, I was the official photographer of St. Joseph's College. तो ये लोग पता नहीं जलते हैं. I don't know if they envy us or the Khoja Sindhis or what. I have a case of my mother's relative, Ahmad Chagla, right, who, so they didn't recognize him. Another person in our community from my mother's, the same, like father's side. My mother's side is Irani. So, but the father's side, our relatives are Chagla, my mother's father's side. So there was another person who was a great architect, and he said that, look, they took his building, Barrier Complex, and put it in someone else's name. So they don't want, this has nothing to do with India or anything. These Punjabis, Kashmiris. So I'm not discriminating or anything. 7 days I've been out now of phase work. Well, it's good for me because, the guy commented on my thing that he gave a bad word also to my mother, like, your mother has been fucked. And he said it in such a way that he didn't even have to use the word F in Urdu, right? So who gets into trouble? I get into trouble. And these Pakistani Punjabis, very clever people, the way they said, तुम्हारी माँ की हम पंजाबियों ने ऐसी ली है. You know what it means? कि तुम्हारी माँ की, your mother, Punjabis have completely, like fully fucked. This is what he meant. But the words he chose are, it doesn't say F. Like Amber Ayub, St. Joseph's College outside the gate. I was waiting, my car was late. I was looking for my car. I had nothing to do with her. Maybe she felt I ignored her or I didn't acknowledge her as the model. I have nothing to, I didn't like their group. I used to avoid them. And they're senior to me. So she asked me where I'm from. I said before, she said, no, you look Irani, you're not Khaliji, you're not Emirati. So I said, my grandmother is Irani. Then she said that, Irani apne maa behno ko nahi chhorde. You know what that means? It doesn't have a F word in it. But it means that, this is what it means, that the Iranians F their mothers and their sisters. What a vulgar thing. I was like, I asked her, where are you from? And she said, Kashmir, originally. So, these Kashmiris have been after me. This guy, it is not a thing. Now, you see, this guy has grown up, Manzoor, he's used the word, his name as Tariq Masood. Another, they've made a sheikh here, who's a look-alike of Safdar's younger brother. Both of them, God knows what they did to this other woman, a girl, older to them, woman. So it's very vulgar. So they've made Kashmir. See, now I had to find out where Nawaz Sharif was. Nawaz Sharif. Saudi Arabia has this sordid, Imran Khan calls him sordid family, sordid person. Chor hai, chor. Nawaz Sharif party rules out his return to power. Liars. Acha, if he's ill, how ill is he? He should come back to Pakistan and answer. Saudi Arabia doesn't say here anymore that Saudi Arabia. There was news. Please, I'm not against. And what they do is they make me against the sheikhs, but this alleged sexual case against this sheikh, Mubarak al-Nayan. So yeah, the Kashmiri Safdar, Safdar went to Oman after leaving my father's mother's place in Karachi. And they are like jack of all trades. हमें पीछे रख दिए हैं ये लोगों ने. अभी ये आया है बच्चों को ये लोग पंजाबी अभी how shall I say it? So of course, how can I trust? I know that there are lots of positive things in Dubai, but there are also these things right now, like the sexual case came out. And UAE has not deported Ansar Barni. Sheikh Saif bin Zayed awarded him Ansar Barni in UAE, met him. There's a picture. How come these, they didn't say anything to Ansar Barni, who has recorded a video secretly going into the UAE desert where the child jockeys were kept. How come these Punjabis are given so much? And he wasn't deported or anything, he was given a reward or something. He even has a picture with Sheikh Saif bin Zayed. So, like, I was admiring the ID card. It was Sheikh Saif's idea, Sheikh Saif bin Zayed. ID card, because once I came here and there was something, some CID asked me where I was from and called a man in the car. Oh God, and I was in this place where my aunt had told me that rapes happen there. Don't go there. And the police will not be able to, like, our women keep quiet and all this. So, hello, yeah, so anyhow, back to, I wish I wouldn't answer back in the comment section, but I cannot help it. I've been live streaming about my condition, case condition. Who has done this to us? Ill will, someone's ill wishes for us are deteriorating. They want me to they get my head stuck on against the sheikh, scrutinizing them. Look at the positive thing, it's safe. Although, yeah, these taxi drivers, Pakistanis, can be very aggressive. And I felt even someone was scared because the guy was aggressive with me, barking back at me. And he came out of the taxi because the first time when he picked me up, he did not come out of the taxi to help me with the bags, shopping bags, grocery bags. He helped me. He came out after a little while after I was picking up my bags from the back of the taxi, and then he came out. So even I got, they made me get scared. This kind of feeling came. Then recently someone else told me, be very careful, yeah, these people. I said, I've never been scared of Pakistanis. They've molested me, done whatnot, things to me. But this time, I really felt scared that the way he was answering me back, this Punjabi Pakistani, I felt he's going to hit me or do something. And they've said that they do this here. Even even here, Pakistanis can hit and be very volatile, aggressive. I could not, so even though we have safety and we can call 999, the police, emergency. So I was trying to find out how to go travel. And another thing is that, so there's someone after us. Look, it's like a distance mind control case since year 2000 now. Before that, we had other problems. And it hasn't been solved. My life is languishing. I'm not only that, I'm sitting here stressed, really stressed. Like aziyat mein hu main. I'm in turmoil, agony. A little bit will happen if someone harasses me, like the broader group. Headaches, throwing up, couldn't breathe. I thought I'd die. Another thing, then the principal went, after retiring from St. Joseph's College, she joined Hamdard. There they assassinated the owner of Hamdard School and Hamdard Laboratories, and my God. So She told me, thank God she did not take me to the library now. God knows they would have shot at her and me. I don't know why they didn't shoot at the principal and at me. So I'm still thinking about the Kalki Avatar and look-alike of David Headley, but I can say his nose was like that, and his hair, face, shape, and everything. Little bit slightly the nose, like Igor Kofayev and all, but mostly David Headley. I don't know why. So I was thinking some days back that please, like in Sindh, Julelal came when the Hindus were praying to a god to help, come down and help them against the Muslims. At that time, Julelal appeared from the sea. So he's worshipped in Sindh by the Hindu Sindhis. I really don't know. I can't make out about my case, but I suspect these Kashmiri Muslims, Punjabis. ये माँ की लूँगा और तेरे बाबा तुम लोग एक Indian video I shared long time ago. I was in Karachi. This Indian guy had his hands together and said आप लोग मेरी माँ की आप अपने लन मेरी माँ के उसमें डालें या मेरे उसमें डालें मुझे तो okay, this is what I've learned in that dirty place, like Pakistan, Karachi, very dirty place. Bori Bazaar mein touching and Sadar, very, very dirty men. I don't know where they come from. So I don't know what that psychology, they are so dirty, I cannot tell you. बच्चों को नहीं छोड़ते हैं, same thing. In Urdu we say that we don't use the F word, but छोड़ते नहीं हैं. Literally means that. Children, they F. So please regard my condition mitigating. In murder also, the court regards mitigating circumstances. So if you're doing human rights YouTube, understand the situation. If you don't understand, I'm going to cut you off. Now, again, I don't know where I am. So thanks to all those helping me and understanding, and the way they've come, they're very wise. They know if they come directly, I might, the energy will satao me, harass me to, some negative thing will come between us. So even like in the family, I cannot bring out this case talking to my brother or someone. They would say, leave Facebook, leave that, leave the world, leave games on Facebook. Do it privately, like upload. I just did, what happened to me in this, I got so disillusioned. I had uploaded some games on my tab. I also deleted them and uninstalled them. I don't want to play these games. But what can I do? I can't even sit here, Om Narayana, Om Narayana. I can't even do that for long. I have to either go on live stream Facebook, do the videos, or get addicted one day and then say, please stop now. You have to cook. Say, you will drain your strength. It's not even going outside for a walk. So, these people coming to harass me, I can't take harassment. I can't take any negativity now. Any kind of abuse, I'll give it to you, whether you want to save me or whether what. Even if you help me, I will attack you. This is what the energy is about here, inside of me. It won't let me settle in peace, settle down. Shri Ravi Shankar was saying, settle down in yourself. And I was like, where? I can't settle down. Where's that place? Then later on with Muji Baba, I learned there's a place what I had done in Karachi to find out, like Descartes, I think therefore I am. I found out there's this awareness. So he just completely straight away tore the 7 veils that in the Quran verse it says God is behind 7 veils without yoga, without meditation. He talks, he helps each and every person who goes there. That's his real great thing. But even then, there are people who go back to him. There have been people who have been with him and still stand up at the Sangha asking him that this is telling him what, like it's the, if it's difficult for them. And it is difficult for me. So then I had to go back. Rupert Spira came. Sadhguru said, do this. I did it for 20 days or something. I couldn't, maybe 40 days, but I was tired. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, and breathing. And I did this some years back. He had given it for free online. So that too failed. I couldn't persevere with it. I said, Allah Malik, oh Goddess. Because you see, when God wanted to give, first he put me in such a great pain, crisis with Mr. Shah. No, it wasn't God. It was the enemy. And then when I think, because my cousin was supposed to come in St. Joseph's College first year, when I joined, he had come. So I felt like some black thing from head to toe, a cloth, a shadow type shadow, black, being removed from me. So that's where I got the, because my father wanted indirectly, or he was just playing around with my life. Because I told him a long time ago, I'm not going to marry this cousin of yours. Oh, sorry, this nephew of yours, my cousin. So it has to do with my father. I suspect my father, I suspect Kashmiri Muslims, I suspected through this there was a lot of mess created. I suspected my aunts, I suspected others. After my mother's death, a lot of people changed. The way they spoke to me now was like, different. So I suspected them. And so it's like a distance mind control. And if you don't care, just leave. If you care, then do some research, search, Google search, Bing search, distance mind control, MK Ultra and all this. And search the condition of America in distance mind control. If you can't find that Lahore one, okay, please do that. So this is like this 24 hours. It's drained my energy. I feel completely drained, and you won't believe it because right now the way I'm talking, can you believe that I'm drained? But it may sound in my voice that I'm tired. I need to sleep. The tests I took on Facebook, that oh my God, and the other one, nametest.com, They were saying, you're tired, you're drained, you're this. Some tests were showing like that. And that's true. So in this draining energy, I don't have the strength to fight with that negative energy that provokes me to anger, and then after some days it settles down, then something happens, then it comes up again, and all this. Please, it is for my case and condition. And now what? At least now, if I could use medications, I would have used them, but it's terrible. It's worse than this. At least I know I'm in some control. That dull, that headache, nagging, it's a different kind of जैसे नशे में इंसान है, नशे में थोड़ा head heavy, feels terrible, and I have these side effects. I cannot take them. So right now, the hallucinations I'm feeling is that someone is urinating. When I get up to go to the kitchen, I feel this warm urination coming through my legs, but it's not me urinating. And all the tongue out, this Tariq Masuhana, and you know this Sheikh Mubarak Al-Nayan. I wasn't the first one. I recognized him after the sexual assault case that came out against him. And he's in Abu Dhabi. And you cannot imagine he has a lot of money and a lot of influence and all this. So also thanks to the Russians helping me and helping it in Vrindavan, a Russian model, a young lady, then has gone to Vrindavan, and she's helping the poor people and all this donations, and so much grateful to them also, her and her husband. Thank God she found her husband, the love of her life. I wish them the best. I wish the principal the best, and it backfired so terribly. Okay, I cannot right now. So please, there are many things like murder, heart attacks, harm done to others. Like this time I had to go to Abdullah Samir, and what I was saying to him, just because, see, the army interview I avoided, but when this game thing happened, the men got together and put me in a super bowling, they put me in a group, and they gave me a call, video call, or from the inbox, Facebook Messenger. Like, I was like, what is this? Then Parveen Deva started to ask me, and I've seen him. It's like with the blue, he comes covered with his nose in Abdullah Samir's. Sometimes, very rarely, and he stares at the screen. Sometimes he comes with Abdullah Gondal, Abdullah Samir's channel, and he's just there staring at the screen, like directly staring at us. So I avoided saying anything. I was like, no, it's just his bad habit. But to me, I'm like, so this man who came, Parveen Deva on Facebook, super bowling, looks like his eyes, he also has that blue mask, cloth covered. I tried to find the video on Abdullah Samir to connect, to find out if he's ever worn a scarf like that with a blue scarf with some white, things on it, design on it. I couldn't find the video. Okay, now my breathing is difficult talking. I'll just stop here and then continue later. I cannot tell you how grateful I am. Mr. Putin, salutations unending. And Igor Kofayev, His Holiness Dalai Lama, Amma, Pranam, Your Highness Sheikh Fatima. Salutations unending. Those helping me, much grateful to them. May God give you everything you need, everything you want.